Hello, today I'm off to the V&A Storehouse at Hackney Wick. Hackney Wick is an area which is really being gentrified at the moment. There used to be lots of old warehouses and artists living there, and now you can just see huge blocks being built. It's on the side of the Olympic Park, so a good location, good transport links. There's a canal and also the green space in the park, and on the other side of the park there's a big shopping centre, so quite a lot of amenities there. It was a nice day when I went, so obviously it looked a bit better as well. So the V&A Storehouse, it's described as a behind-the-scenes look at the collections that are not on display in the main museum. The building used to be the media centre for the Olympics in 2012. I really like the design of it. It's really been thought out. It's quite new, so I suppose that helps with it. But all the sort of elements seem to be very well designed. It's free admission. You're only allowed to take in a small notebook and pencil, but you can take in your phones and cameras. So here we go into the big space. The first place I wanted to look at was the David Bowie Centre, which is a collection. It's his archive, and it has clothes, shoes, photographs, notes he made, and everything sort of connected with his life. It's really interesting to see things that you've seen in photographs lots of times and see them in real life. I thought the way the things were displayed was really nice too. It's in one sort of big room, lots of neon lights, so there are some reflections, but it's quite nice to see. It's like looking at someone's actual sketchbook, really, I suppose, like it's the behind the scenes, how their ideas thought, how they sort of wrote down the ideas on pieces of paper. And there's also notes from other people as well that he worked with. He collaborated a lot, which is something I hadn't really thought about before, but I thought that was an interesting thing that came across from what they showed. They also had some other outfits hung up in these sort of bags above a reading desk. It's all very artfully arranged, like I said, with the typography and the lighting. Lots of other sort of musical exhibits as well. There were Keith Moon's drum kit, other things to do with theatres, performance spaces. The actual building itself I thought was really interesting. It's obviously it's like functional, a bit like a sort of big B&Q, but it has a lot of space to see through, like glass. Even the metal areas, they're like on the floor, you can see through. It's a bit like walking on the pier or something. You can see through to the other side. I expect this helps with the airflow, but also helps you see a lot of things. You get glimpses of little things through other areas which are like quite intriguing. There are some larger pieces as well. There's a very old ornate ceiling. With a lot of the exhibits, there isn't an awful lot of information. You usually have to look it up with a barcode or QR code. This was another complete room, Frank Lloyd Wright. There's also part of a building, like a very sort of concrete tower. I think that's the thing with the place. It's a real mixture of things all put together. They change the displays regularly, apparently. So if you went back in a few months, you'd see different things, like the textiles, clothes. even sort of things from pop culture as well. Very random and a real mixture of things. And I think they probably play that up in the way they display everything. As I said, it's free to enter. I think you do have to book sometimes to go into the David Bowie exhibition display. There were also loads of wooden boxes which reminded me of Raiders of the Lost Ark, lots of caskets, and you're thinking, oh, wonder what they used to keep in there. And I finished off with a drink in their lovely cafe as well. So really nice place to visit if you're in London. Thanks for watching.